Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, this is Sandeep Srivastav from CMS Environment, New Delhi. I welcome all the delegates, all the panelists, experts, our chief guest, who is going to chair the session, moderator. As you all know, for October 1st, we have inaugurated this festival. And this festival is Goa CMS Vatavaran Biodiversity Film Festival and Forum. Part of the forum, we have this program that is known as panel discussion on climate change. So I welcome Dr. Nayak, Dr. G.N. Nayak, Dean Faculty of Life Science and Environment, Goa University, to join us on the dais. He is going to chair our session. I invite Shri Sujit Kumar Dongre, Deputy Program Coordinator, CE. Dongre Sahab is going to moderate the session. I want to invite the experts, panelists, Dr. B.S. Barbudhe, ICAR Goa. Please come on the dais. Professor M.K. Janardhanam, Head of Botany Department, Goa University. Please welcome. I invite Mr. M.K. Shambhu, IFS, Deputy Conservator of Forest, Planning and Statistics, Department of Forest, Government of Goa. Dr. Savita Kerkar, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Goa University. Please welcome all our panelists and experts on the dais. I'll invite Dr. Manoj Borkar on the dais. Please welcome him. Dr. Manoj Borkar. Yeah. Now I request my colleague, Mr. Sanjay Negi, who is the festival executive, to honor the guests as along with our volunteer, Ms. Shushma Shetty. Yeah. First of all, Sanjay ji, please honor Dr. Manoj Borkar. Let's start from this. Shri Sujit Kumar Dongre, Dr. B.S. Barbudhe, our chief guest, Dr. G.C. Nayak, Dr. Shri M.K. Shambhu Sahab from Forest Department, and Shri Dr. M.K. Janardhan, Head of Botany Department, Goa University, and Dr. Savita Kerkar, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Goa University. Thank you, sir. Please take your seats. Now I request Shri Sujit Kumar Dongre Sahab to moderate the session. Thank you.
To all of you. Today we have gathered here to discuss on very important issues that the world is talking about. As you all know that as we are discussing this panel discussion on climate change and biodiversity, the world is also meeting in Hyderabad to discuss the ways and means by which the countries, every country can evolve a strategy for protection of biodiversity of the country and in the world. Friends, we have distinguished and eminent panelists today who have worked in their field, contributed substantially in conservation of biodiversity and also climate change issues. we have with us Professor J.N. Naik, who is actually chairing this panel discussion today. He is the Dean, Faculty of Life Sciences and Environment, University of Goa University. We also have Professor M.K. Janardhanam, who is the head of the Department of Botany of the Goa University. He is basically a taxonomist, has been working on this Western Ghats for several years now in the field of botany and identification of plant and forestry species. We also have Dr. Savita Kerkar, Associate Professor of the Biotechnology of Goa University. Being a professor, she also on various panels of the Government of Goa. She is a member of Technical Advisory Committee of the Goa Pollution Control Board. She is also a member of the Coastal Regulations, so the Goa State Coastal Management Authority. Apart from this, she also works in protection of biodiversity in the state of Goa, especially on the coast and marine ecosystem. We have Mr. M.K. Shambhu, Mahesh Kumar Shambhu, a senior IFS officer, has a wide experience in forestry management. He has served, before coming to Goa, he has served as a Deputy Conservator of Forest in Arunachal Pradesh for almost 3 to 4 years. And then after he has joined the Goa Forest Department here for last 5 years, he has served on various positions from north, south, and today he is the Deputy Conservator of Forest headquarters in Goa. Dr. S.P. Barbude, in fact his name is misprinted, he is not B.S., he is Dr. S.P. Barbude. He is a senior scientist, veterinary of the ICAR Goa campus. He has been very active in the field of veterinary sciences and agricultural and allied subjects. My friend Dr. Manush Borkar, who is a founder member of the Biodiversity Research Cell of the Carmel College in Nuwe in South Goa. He is a member of Wildlife Advisory Committee of the Goa government. He advises various government. He advises the state government on various issues related to wildlife, biodiversity, and other allied subjects related to environmental protection. We have this eminent personality going to talk about the subject related to forestry and biodiversity and climate change. As a moderator, I have been given a task to give you an overview of the need of having such panel discussion in the state of Goa. As part of CMF Vatavaran, they have organized various panel discussion. I think this is the fourth panel discussion that we have in the state of Goa. Before that, they had in Dehradun, where in the Forest Research Institute, one of the beautiful buildings in the Research Institute in the country. Friends, all of you know that Goa is very, very unique state in terms of its diversity of life, its culture, and its tradition. It's a small state of having 3,702 square kilometers of area, has varied types of ecosystems ranging from the forests in the Sahyadris and the Western Ghats, which are the hottest hotspots of the world. Western Ghats itself, is very important in terms of the life, especially reptiles and amphibian diversity is concerned. We also have in the state of Goa a midland ecosystem. It's called plateau, a lateritic plateau, which is very, very unique ecosystem in itself, which is also it's like a sponge which attracts a lot of water, helps recharge of groundwater, and these ecosystems, especially the plateaus, are very, very important ecosystem in terms of the grasses, also in terms of a lesser known fauna of the state. You also have another very, very important ecosystem in the state is low-lying rivers and the estuaries and the coastal ecosystems. These three ecosystems, the forests, the Sahyadris, the Western Ghats, you have the midland plateaus, and also we have the coastal ecosystems, makes the state very, very unique in terms of biodiversity. It is very unique in terms of its biodiversity. At the same time, it's very, very vulnerable for any of the changes in terms of climate change. The world is basically talking about the climate change and its impact. In India, we have entire country is very, very susceptible for these changes. But as far as the state of Goa is concerned, we are more vulnerable to this. We have with us amongst us Dr. Unni Krishnan, who is a senior scientist from the National Institute of Oceanography. He is the one who was part of this IPCC report, which got the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, under the chairmanship of Dr. R.K. Pachauri. People like him are working on this issue, and I'm very, very fortunate, sir, that you are part of this group, and I welcome you on behalf of Center for Environment Education. Friends, I'll not take much of your time because the panelists have a lot to share because they have been working for several years now in the field of biodiversity conservation. My name is Sujit Dongre. I work with an institution called Center for Environment Education. It's a national center of excellence of the Ministry of Environment and Forest Government of India. Being part of several initiatives, and I would like to inform you, the gathering, that the state of Goa is in the process of developing the State Action Plan on Climate Change. SPCC is called Climate Change Action Plan, and fortunately they have asked me to be on the panel, and we are in the process of developing this action plan, and the contribution from these eminent panelists would be much valuable when we get when we develop this document for the state of Goa. The program is we have the panelists making a presentation, and there are some panelists who would be basically giving their perspective about biodiversity and climate change. What I feel, and also the organizers feel, that it is important that we should have more of a discussion. You open up a topic and you try and get more and more feedbacks and observation from the panel, from the gathering that we have. And of course, some of the panelists would be making a presentation with the help of PowerPoint presentation. I feel that we should allow first the panelists who have a PowerPoint presentation to make their presentation, and then people who have so this is the structure that we will be adopting. Before the panelists actually speak, we will request the chairman, Professor G.N. Nayak, who is chairing this session, to make his opening remark, and then we can give it to the panelists for their presentation. Professor G.N. Nayak, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Goa CMS Vatavaran, for the first time in Goa, spending 6 days, started with inaugural function on 1st of October, Goa Science Center. It's nice to look at how exactly Goa CMS Vatavaran, through the films, through the panel discussions, through possibly media roundtables, communicates to younger groups or the society the need to understand the environment and possibly biodiversity. I, as the chairman of the panel discussion, would like to make few remarks which can possibly open up the further discussion. I'd like to also take you people possibly to 4,600 million years back, when Earth itself came to existence. And life to came on this Earth, it took 4,000 million years. it's about 600 or 500 million years back, the life, which actually we call life, came into. And then it diversified, and we talk today about climate change on diversity, biodiversity. It's also important that it's not the climate change is happening for the first time on the globe. Earth possibly has experienced n number of times the climate change, but now the difference is only the human, the very much self-centered animal, I like to call it, because we have gathered, of course, we have a power to think, and therefore we can manipulate things towards, which is beneficial to us. Climate change, if you look about, say, 30,000 years or 40,000 years when human is evolving himself, so therefore biodiversity, we think ourselves, is important with reference to climate change. Possibly human is not bothered much on other species, maybe bacteria, maybe plants and animals of higher forms, but he will look at all those with reference to his survival. Yeah, we require plants today, we require forest today because we require to live better. It's the self-centric approach. We look at the biodiversity. It's not with an open mind that each and every form on the earth should be given equal status as we enjoy. So possibly the biodiversity therefore has to be looked at in a different angle, not you withdraw the human himself and then look at the biodiversity, your perspective will be totally different. Climate change is a factor. Climate change is not Earth becoming hotter. We have also seen there are countries which are becoming colder and colder, they are under the ice. Climate change is more towards the drastic changes of possibly heat and cold. And human is also worried on that because human has a very small range of temperature wherein he can adjust. Little hotter, then I like to enter the air conditioned room, or little cold, then I like to switch on the oven. It's only for human, please. You need to look at biodiversity we are talking about today. How about the other forms of life on the earth, maybe plants, animals and bacteria, whatever we are looking at. So climate change at present, though we are talking about biodiversity, it is self-human centric, and possibly that has to change. I'm sure our panelists will give much wider idea about how biodiversity should be, not without, or without human, keeping human out. Let humans think about other forms of life and then think about biodiversity with climate change. I'm sure something good will come out, and I wish that each and every panelist will give their expertise, input, and then we will have a better discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Naik. We now invite our panelists to make their remarks as a presentation. The first panelist to make a presentation is Dr. S.B. Barbude, senior scientist from the ICER. He would be making a presentation on impact of climate change on the diseases of livestock related issues. And I would like to inform the panelists that we will be having 10 minutes, and I request strict compliance to this timing because we wish to give more timing for the participants to give their remark. So therefore, I humbly request the panelists to kindly stick to that 10 minutes. May I request Dr. S.B. Barbude to please make your presentation.
Panelists and the delegates. So, I will just share some of our findings and also what can the climate change and how it can affect the livestock sections. Next please. So,
Can you just switch off the light? You can see the slides.
you might be aware about this, what is climate change and climate variability. So, make it clear that this for academic interest, there is persistent change in or trend in mean atmospheric conditions or current changes or unprecedented in human history that we call climate change that we are discussing today. And what is climate variability due to weather change that we call it climate variability. Next please. So how this climate change can affect this natural diseases? We say the state of sound health. It depends on the